Hi, I'm Sadie, and I'll be doing a monologue from Thanksgiving in the Wilderness.
I love the ending to Love, actually.
Yeah, I did too. But, just once, I'd like to see Hollywood make a genuinely realistic modern love story. A girl meets a boy, she gives him her phone number, he calls her, and they start having sex. She starts to like him, but he says, "No monogamy for me, thanks. I like sleeping around." She continues to sleep with him anyway. So they have sex about once a week. They watch movies and play video games together, and they cook fajitas in her kitchen. And every once in a while, he'll mention another girl that he's sleeping with, and it upsets her, but she keeps it to herself. And he never says that he cares about her, because if he ever did, it would be out of character, and the audience would laugh. But eventually, he starts to kind of like having her around. See, that's as good as it gets, really. That's a modern romance. The music swells under the big dramatic moment when he hands her a CD and says, "Here, I burnt the new Green Day for you." I want to see that movie. I want to see a romance in which the surly, cynical young slacker makes no personal revelations, no big dramatic speeches, and no big personality changes. I want to see the movie in which the woman who loves him realizes that Prince Charming isn't going to show up on a white horse, and no one's ever going to hold a boombox over their head for her, so she lowers her expectations accordingly. She says to herself, yeah, this guy's judgmental, angry, apathetic, and occasionally mean to me, but I'm not getting any younger. She never bursts out and says, "I care about you, ass face, but I don't think you have a soul." She accepts him for who he is, not because she loves him, but because she doesn't want to be alone. So I want to see that movie, but I never will, because movies are not for people like you and me. They're for morons.
Alright, I'm Nic Samji, and I'm doing a monologue called The Worker. Look, I didn't want to tell you this, but I've been falling behind at work. I just can't keep up. They've let a few people go. Every day, there are fewer and fewer people doing the same amount of work. They have me running the accounting department entirely by myself. Not management. No, I haven't been promoted. It's just me. There is no one to manage. I do everything. The whole department. And that's not all. I'm also expected to take incoming calls because there's no receptionist. Fix the computers because there's no tech department. Field customer complaints because there's no customer service. I'm in charge of the mailroom, the cafeteria, janitorial services, research and development. Last week, Human Resources was let go. The whole department! And I received a memo, which I'd actually typed myself because there's no secretary, instructing me to familiarize myself with all applicable state and federal guidelines. Tomorrow, I'm supposed to start mediating all employee disputes. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'd ask the legal department for advice, but I've never studied law, so I wouldn't know what to tell myself. And to top it all off, I'm supposed to take the CEO's dog out to poop 4 times a day at regular intervals. He has stomach problems and he's on a very tight schedule.
Hi, my name is Corey Fader, and I will be doing The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Man, this year, so many things have happened, so many opportunities I've had, things I wish I did, things I wish I didn't. It's like 2 roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveler long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps a better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though, as for that, the passing there had really worn them about the same. And both that morning equally lay in leaves, no step had trodden black. I saved the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I should be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Sweet.
That was an... My mistress with a monster is in love. Near to her close and consecrated power, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals, who work for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play, intended for great Theseus's nuptial day. And the shallowest thick-skin of this barren sort, whom Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene, and ran off into a brake. And at this advantage I did take an ass's note fixed upon his head. Anon, his Thisbe must be answered, and forth my mimic comes. So when they him spy, as wild geese that the creeping fowler eye, or the russet-pated choughs, many in sort, rising and cawing at the gun's report, sweep the skies and sever themselves, and at his sight away his fellows fly. Their sense thus dulled, lost to a fear thus strong, and made senseless things begin to do them wrong. For briars and thorns at their apparel snatch, some sleeves, some hats, from yielders all things catch. And I led them in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translate there. When the moment came to pass, Titania waked, and straightway loved an ass.
Okay.
What is that from?
That would be Midsummer's.
Midsummer Night's Dream. Yeah. Shakespeare. It's Wiggle Dagger. Who wants to go next? Ren? Okay.
At least it's recorded first.
Yeah. We have space on this one to record.
What do you want me to do?
Stand up.
My...
Stand.
Who do you need first?
We have a change of plans.
Yep.
Who's done?
I'm done.
I'm almost.
Rolling?
My name is Lauern Alberico, and I am doing a monologue called The New Contact. Okay, so I'm hanging out with my best friend after school, and we log on to all the latest social network pages. We check our Instagram pages, we check our Facebook pages, and we even tweeted that we were hanging out together working on our geography project. Then I see that I have a new contact wanting to follow me on Twitter. So I checked him out to make sure it's not some creeper. The name was Bieber Fever 72. Okay, so kind of a lame name, but I figured, what the heck? Let me do some more investigation. So I see who this Bieber Fever 72 is following. The Justin Bieber Fan Club, the Justin Bieber Tour Site, Betty Crocker Recipe Club, Justin Bieber's I Heart You. Wait, hold up. Betty Crocker? Something doesn't sound right. So I see who this Bieber Fever 72 is from their picture. It was my mother, wearing sunglasses and a Justin Bieber t-shirt. She was trying to stalk me on Twitter. Needless to say, I deleted my account. Mom, act your age and stick to LinkedIn.
Homeless kids aren't homeless because they want to be. Homeless kids are usually the ones that aren't wanted. Either their parents died or they left them. Sure, there are foster homes, but, I mean, they don't really want you either. If they did, why did they keep getting rid of me? I didn't always have a home. I lived on the street a little while. Oh, and surprise, there are other kids out there with me. People never suspected we were homeless, though, even though we didn't dress nice. Kids never dress nice anyways. Sometimes, we'd even get a 5-finger discount on something nice from a store. That's how I got caught. Some kids are out there forever. They learn how to survive. I didn't. They gave me a choice. Stay here at the Happy Rancher or go to jail. Serge even came down to talk to me. He told me all about the Happy Rancher, and despite the stupid name, it sounded kind of cool. He even did something for me that most people wouldn't do that. I just broke down and cried. It seemed like I cried forever. I actually found someone who cared about me. Oh man, what am I saying? What a sob story.
come on down to the grand reopening of the Swallow Valley Mall. I'll be there. My best friend Tim Heidecker will be there. I think you're gonna like what you see. Ooh, you're gonna like the fake trees. Ooh, you're gonna like all the new stores. Ooh, you're gonna like meeting my new son, Jeffrey. Me and my best friend Tim rebuilt this entire fucking mall just for you. So come on down. My dad says it's the best mall ever. You think you know more than my dad? Don't fucking come then. I mean, I'm gonna kill myself if you don't come down to my new fucking mall. So come on down to the grand reopening of the Swallow Valley Mall. It's right off Route 35 in Detroit, Swallow Valley.